Hi, it's September 10th, Monday. I'm going to make this short and sweet, I hope. It has not stopped raining since last night. It started raining last night and it non-stop rain. And it's freezing in my house. I literally have layers on and I'm freezing. So there was no walk for me. But I'm feeling kind of out of it and not well today. I'm just, it's catching up to me, I think. My husband just came home, and it's only 12:30 because he's got a raging headache, and I said it's probably due to the weather, the barometric pressure and all that. God, I'm freezing. I might even turn the space heater on in this room. It's that cold in here. I want to just tell you a little bit about that accident with my grandkids yesterday. So I said how they smashed into each other. What was happening is they were going around the cul-de-sac, and a friend of theirs came on his bike, and they both turned around to say hello to him. And I didn't see it happen, but my son-in-law said Olivia swerved right in front of Lincoln, and they all just smashed, and Olivia got a good-sized gash in her top of her head. But as I told you yesterday, thank God it was not deep enough for stitches. But you know, as sick as I am, I was right there before their father even got to them. I was over by, and it was, you know, across the whole way from us. I just went into a mad dash, ran there, assessed Lincoln's injuries, saw that he could walk, even though he was crying his eyes out, but Livy seemed worse. So I scooped her up, and she's a 5-year-old little girl. She ain't small. I mean, she's small for her age, but I surprised myself because, you know, it's that adrenaline just kicks in, and I scooped her up and carried her all the way back to the house and started assessing her wounds and her mom, because as soon as Tierney saw the blood on her head, she jumped back. A lot of people are like that, can't handle that. So I said, it's okay, I'll take care of it. And she's like, thank God you're here, thank God you're here. And so I was able to look at the wound and everything. I love wound care. I think I mentioned that many times before, that if I was still in nursing, I would have wanted to go into wound care as a specialty. I loved doing, you know, wound backs. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's literally a contraption that goes deep into, you know, hollowed out wounds that are not healing, and has suction, and I won't go into all the science of it, but I loved debriding. I loved all of that. So, but all that on top of the long, long drive to and back from my mother's, and then the taking care of the kids, and it's caught up with me. I'm just in this weather. Does not help. And the countdown is started now. My sister and brother-in-law will be arriving on Friday. And part of me looks forward to it. I want to see them. I want to spend time with them. And part of me is like, oh, Lord. So, I did a little retail therapy this morning. Daughter had the cutest, believe me, hoodies are not cute. This hoodie, it's a double hoodie, and it, when I get it, I'll show you. She just had one on, and I had never seen it, and I was like, where did you get that? That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And she gave me the website, and they're not inexpensive. It's like $55 for this hoodie. But she said, I already have 3 and I want a 4th. But I bought myself one today. And went on Amazon, ordered my mother a small stereo slash CD slash AM FM radio stereo system with little speakers to donate to her unit. I think I mentioned this before, that when I've gone there during meals, it's like dead silence, and I've said one of the first times I was ever there during a meal, it's too bad you guys don't have music you could play, because something, And then when I went to a different unit, sure enough, each unit has got a common room where they have a big flat screen TV over one of those fake electric fireplaces. And in this other unit, they have a little teeny stereo system, and they were playing very soothing, nice music. And they had told me somebody had donated it. So my birthday gift to my mother is donating this stereo system to their unit. She doesn't, and I've also bought her some new pants and stuff. But that's so I did some retail shopping. It is pouring out, and I don't do good with this kind of weather. I don't like being caged in. I really don't. I don't know what it is about me. I can't just, during the day, just sit and do nothing. I can't. As much as I need to. I should go in the sauna, because it is cold enough to go in the sauna today, but and I was going to get my hair cut, and I didn't make the appointment. And update on the medical marijuana. So I got to talk to somebody on the site today, and I don't know how this happened, but my username was somebody else. She asked me if my last name was something else, and I'm like, no, that's not me. Well, that's their username. That's why you're not able to go on. Okay. So I put in a new username, a new password. No, then I got as far as putting the code in that you get when your physician registers you, and it wouldn't accept the code. So they said, well, sometimes it could be something as small as one letter misspelled when your practitioner registered you, so check with them. So I called, and she went through all the information with me. I gotta love her, because they get right back to you. If it's not her personally, it's her office manager, but they get right back to you. My line literate doctor in Connecticut, man, I go days and days waiting for a call back from him, or even an email. Anyways, she went through everything, and the only thing that was different was in my last name, the J is capitalized. And she said, okay, I'll change that. Well, I'll have the nurse practitioner, because I was talking to the office manager, and stay tuned, we'll get back to you. But if that's not the problem, then I'm going to have to be back on the phone. I'm like, why do they make this so... I was on the phone with this woman from the New York State government website 45 minutes. And I was like, I've never had this much difficulty doing anything. Your site is the most confusing. What do you do with people who don't have a computer? Well, you're on a computer, aren't you? And I go, yes, that wasn't my question. My question is, what do you do? She didn't answer the question. I said, this is ridiculous. You people need to fix this site, because this is not... Well, they clearly don't want you to get it easily. You have to jump through hoops, apparently. But anyway, so that's the update. I won't have that card for probably a month, the way we're going. Maybe that's the Lord's will. I don't know. Don't know. Anyway. I don't know if I should try calling the hairdresser and make an appointment. And I don't know what she could really do. about my color. I mean, it is very dark. I don't like it. I am getting used to it, though. I will say that I am getting used to it, but I don't like it. But I don't want her putting more chemicals on my head. But once my skunk line starts coming in good and strong, and it's already, as you see, the skunk line is going. Do I use this color again? Oh, okay, I'm babbling. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Praying for you. Bye. Hi. Welcome back to Lainey's Fun Adventures. It's Tuesday, September 11th. And of course, everything on social media, on the radio, on the TV is all about September 11th. And can you remember where you were? I remember exactly what I was doing. I was just getting out of the shower. I volunteered at my children's private Christian school at that time, teaching first and second grade, depending on where they needed me. And I was just getting out of the shower and the phone's ringing. And one of my best friends is saying, "Oh my God, turn on the TV. Turn the TV on right now." And we have a TV in our bedroom. I turned it on and sat in my towel. I remember wrapped in my towel, sat on the side of the bed, turned on the TV, and watched. And we were on the phone, and I'm like, whoa. As everyone in America was. We were all going, whoa. And as we were talking, we watched the second plane go in. And, of course, now terror. I got to get to my kids. Because my kids had already left, to go to school. And I got to get to my kids. And so I said, I got to get off the phone. I don't know what's happening, but I got to get to my kids. By the time I got to the school, which was not long because I got there pretty quickly, they had TV set up, and we had just decided to basically close school down and bring everybody into the gymnasium to pray and to watch what was going to happen. And that's what we did that day. Parents were able to come and be with their children, the younger kids. Now that I think of that, we didn't bring the younger kids into the gymnasium. It was probably the 5th graders and up, or I don't remember. That's the kids. We tried to keep the younger kids, the elementary school kids, out of the loop as much as possible. We didn't want to scare them. So me being a first and second grade teacher, I had to go back and forth into the class. We co-teached with another. I co-teached with another sister in the Lord, and but I do remember that day and thinking, we're not safe. My whole life, even I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and we had those air raids, and you'd go under your desk and told to put your arms over your head under your desk and kneel down, and we had these air raids. But even as a little kid, that never really scared me because I didn't believe anything was ever going to really happen. Nothing ever really happened. I never saw anything bad happen. And now with September 11th, something bad really was happening. And where was it going to happen again? And how do I protect my family other than just pray? And I wasn't anxious and scared because I knew if something was to happen, I'm going to heaven. I knew I was going to heaven. I just didn't feel safe. Does that make sense? I didn't feel safe anymore. I felt like my country was not safe. Anyway, September 11th. Okay, sleep last night. So the last 2 nights, I only took my regular dose of Klonopin, and can't. I woke up after 2 hours of sleep, electricity going through my body, my mind whacking, feeling very strange. I did fall back to sleep eventually. I don't know when, and then it was fragmented. Not good sleep last night at all. Since Sunday, I've not been right. Sunday, I feel like I'm taking a nosedive. I feel like I'm going into a big wave. You know, we call it windows and waves. I feel like I'm going into a wave again. After doing so good for me. And then Sunday, after doing everything I did and driving on the highway and everything, I don't know if it flicked a switch, but yesterday was rough for me. I couldn't walk outside because of the weather. It rained. It's very cold. I don't think it got past 62 yesterday. Now it's supposed to be climbing up, and by this weekend it's going to be in the low 80s, very humid, and then we're going to go back to the 70s and 60s. But yesterday was cold. I mean, I was wearing 3 layers, and it rained the entire time. So I couldn't walk outside. And I just didn't have anything to do. And as you all know, laying around, sitting around drives me crazy, even when I'm feeling my worst. But I did run to the grocery store really quick to pick up a couple things. I did that. I vacuumed my upstairs. And then the rest of the day, late afternoon into the night, I was on my bed. Just on my bed. And I haven't done this in quite a while, but out of the blue, watching mindless TV, and just tears just start flowing. Just start crying. Because you feel defeated. You feel like you're not better. Look, see, you're not better. You're just as crazy as ever. And that was the first thought that went through my mind this morning when I was waking up to my horror show that I always wake up to. I don't know how much longer before I'm going to lose my mind battling this. Because although I'm doing so much more, and yes, everybody's telling me you're a lot better, you're doing better, you look better, you did it. They don't know what it takes for me to do those things. They don't understand that I'm battling to do those things. That it's not coming naturally. I mean, not 100% of the time, but most of the time I'm working hard to get things done and to do what I do. And of course, I've got it in my mind that my sister and brother-in-law, and then we got my nieces are coming in. They live a couple hours from here. They're going to be coming in Saturday for the birthday dinner. I have to socialize. I have to be around a lot of people. I have to I'm sorry, my allergies are kicking in. I have to be on my game. And it figures that, right before I have to do all this, I'm starting to nosedive. My head was more wacky yesterday. Just, excuse me, just not well. Oh, update on the card. So, wow. I've been on the phone more in the last couple days in regards to this, and online, trying to have people. They don't make it easy, apparently, because you make one teeny weeny, like one letter misspelled in your name, and the whole thing goes. So, for me, we still don't know. We have no idea what caused my problem. But I did finally speak to somebody who knew what they were talking about today, and they looked and said, well, what's happened is that your certification number, because once your physician or practitioner or whoever applies and certifies you, they're given a number. And she said, that number has been canceled. And I said, how? I just got it. I haven't even used it yet. I haven't even been able to get anything. She goes, that I can't answer. She goes, but that number has been canceled for some reason. So maybe when you were putting in your information, you put something in, just something wrong, and it shuts it all down. So now my practitioner has to go back on and recertify me and get a new number. And she's so good. I mean, she called me right back this morning when I called and left a message saying, this is what's going to happen. I need you to. She called me right back. We talked about it, and she said that, she was hopefully going to have a little break in her day around 1 o'clock this afternoon, that's what time it is right now. And she would attempt to get back online and try to get this number, and away we go. And I said to her, I go, this is the thing. I was not on board to do this. I was not wanting to do this. Now I've got my mind wrapped around that I do want to try this, and I can't. Because I can't even get my card, for the love of all that's holy. So, fingers crossed that she's able to get a new number today or anytime. I'm clearly got to just be patient. But I feel like, man, I could use that while I have my family here. Sure could use my vape pen to just get a little to help calm me down. And of course, like I said, the one that she's got two mixtures. I saw the paper she sent me. For the daytime use, it's mostly CBD, very little THC. That's for pain, discomfort. The evening dose that I will be getting is higher THC and lower CBD to help with sleep. But still, both solutions or oils that they will mix up for me or make for me will still be very low in THC to start me out, to see how I do. So, that's my Monday. That's my Tuesday. And that's it. Nothing else. I'm doing some laundry. I'd like to get out to the store. I don't know if they show. Over there you see the cubby thing. And all those little drawers, fabric drawers, have got toys in them. I'd like to get another one of those to put over on this side, because I've got a lot of art supplies that are just in big storage bins, and it's not attractive. The kids are getting older, so their toys are getting smaller. Isn't that interesting? When the kids are younger, they have these big stuff. Now they're getting older, and their toys are, like these little Legos or art supplies or it's littler stuff. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Oh, and recumbent bike. I had put an ad on our neighborhood website looking for a free or cheap stationary bike, and I got a reply from somebody already saying that she was given one as a gift. She only used it 3 times. It's brand new. It's just taking up space, and I can have it for $25. So that's the other thing I'd like to go and get, because I'd like to do that. I noticed that my quads, I don't use my quads for walking. Use, the back of your legs and your calves. But when you're walking, unless you're going up hills, when you're stepping, you use these muscles in the front of your legs. But when I ride my bike, I notice that I get a burn. And I walk. I walked again today. I walk every single day, 3 miles a day, power walking. But when I ride my bike, wow, I feel very weak in my legs, in the front of my legs. So I want to start doing that during the winter. Another thing to do. Okay. Hope this finds you all well. I know that for some of you it's not. For some of you it is. I will say, this is to you, Teresa. You always make little comments about how bad the head is. The head symptom is really bad. I can handle physical pain. I have physical pain. I mean, my gosh, until I started LDN, I couldn't stand my neck. My neck was in so much pain. But the head symptom, you can't fix that. So I understand the battle you are going through. Those of us who have the head symptom. Okay. Well, I'm going to let you go. I don't know. This may be the end of it. This may be just quick jump in. Unless I have some big thing to share later. God bless.